Hello again, folks. Still after those doggone wolves. After missing them the other day, I went and I found me another roadkill deer. This poor guy's got broken legs and all sorts of mangalization. To be legal, I have to go take him down to Fish and Game, and they'll give me a wildlife collision salvage form. And anyway, then I can take him up and I can use him for wolf bait. I'm going to be doing a little something different today than what I've done in the past. I'm going to show you how to splice a cable end to rig up these wolf traps I've got that I still have not used. I got 6 of them here, and they're sure not going to do me any good hanging on the fence. I painted these white. This is the first time I've ever done that, and I don't know, I got mixed feelings about it. Supposedly, it's supposed to work pretty well. They're supposed to be easier to hide in the snow and not supposed to collect sunlight quite as much and melt and thaw. The ends of the chains I painted red because I was planning on using some drags and I never got them made. I thought maybe what I worry about with a drag is what happens if the animal runs off with it, tangles up someplace, and then gets out of the trap. He might never find it. So the red, I'm thinking, might stand out a little bit better, and it's going to be buried and out of sight anyway. I talked to the game warden. One of the reasons I'm not sure about drags, he told me he helped the guy get a mountain lion out of a trap that was on a drag. The mountain lion went up the tree and tangled up at the top of the tree. So that's excitement I don't really think I need very badly. What a beautiful day is. Look at our mountains here. Boy, I love those things. I never get tired of looking at them. Such a pretty day. Anyway, I'm going to turn this off and I'll go get some cable and rig these things up. Okay, what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to make an extension. This is one that I got for my trail camera. All it is a loop on either side of a cable that I can go around a log, say like so. Run this through like that. I'll put a couple of fence staples into the log, and this end will go to my trap chain. It'll be quicker and easier than trying to drive a stake in rocky ground and hope it holds. So what you need, I got a way of doing this. There's all sorts of different ways. You can use one of those aluminum ferrules where you slide it on, fold it over, slide it into the other end, and pound it flat. It can pull out if they hit it hard enough, and wolves are awfully strong. So there's another way of doing it that they can't break. It's really strong. I went down to the hardware store and I bought a piece of this 1/4-inch copper tubing. The pipe cutters that they use, if you see, it's got it kind of helps to compress that, I guess is what I'm trying to say, compared to one that's sawed off. You got a little bit bigger opening. So I use a saw instead of a pipe cutter. And it also helps to take a nail punch and spread these open just a little bit. So flare it up just a little bit. I can't get it off there. And that way you got a little bit easier time getting the cable in. So, okay, so what you do, you slide on the copper, or you could use a ferrule, slide it onto your cable first, and then you need to undo some of the cable, untwist it. Now, the easiest way to do that is just take a knife blade and cut it pretty much in half. Okay, and open it up, like so. I've got an extra wire there. That one's going to cause me trouble. Okay. I want a fairly big loop. You bring this out, your loop should be, you should have an extra cable that's run out past the size of your loop. Fold it in half, like so, and then you tuck it back in, and that cable will jump back into place here, makes it into one solid piece of cable again. There is no way that can come undone by tugging on it. See how that goes? It's just the same as up here. It just puts it right back into place. Do the same thing on the other side. And that right there is so doggone strong, you're never going to pull that apart. You probably couldn't do it with your truck. It would snap the cable before you did. And then, when you get down to here, roll it back together there. And that's where this comes in. Hopefully this piece of pipe, piece of pipe's big enough. Gotta poke that in there twice. So I should have probably got a little bit bigger piece of pipe. And all this really does is keep it from fraying and keeps you from getting your fingers poked with the stuff. Yeah, that's going to be a little small. I wish I'd have got a little bigger pipe to fire it out a little bit more. It'll work. You don't even really need to have this on there. It just keeps it from coming apart a little bit easier on the tail end of it. And I can't get that in there, but you get the idea. Then you just hammer that flat. And there you got one end. Now I'll do the other end. I probably won't do it on the camera, but then I'll, run this around the log through here, and I'm done. That one wire, I don't like that. I'll cut rid of that too. But there you go. There's a super strong cable splice that is quick and easy. It'll work for your snares. It'll work for these ground anchor things like I'm going to make this into. It'll work to tie up your trail camera. Cable is really hard to cut. If you don't have the regular cable cutters, if you're trying to use side cutters or pliers, it's almost impossible to cut. And it works really well. So this should have been bigger. I should have gone with maybe 3/8 instead of 1/4. This is 1/8 cable. I thought it'd be big enough, but it's pretty tight. So you really want a little bit more like that when you're done. This one's kind of didn't come together so good, but super strong. Anyway, there you go.